Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Talky, the place where we make language learning fun and help you pass your exams easily. I'm John, and today we're going to explore a very important part of learning English, the IELTS speaking test. This part can seem a bit scary, but don't worry, I'm here to help you through it. Today, we're focusing all about how to speak well in IELTS, whether you need a 7, are hoping for an 8, or even dreaming about a perfect 9, I've got loads of great tips and tricks that are going to help you get there. So, why not grab something to write with, or just get your phone ready for notes? We're going to go through everything step by step, and I want to make sure you can remember these helpful hints later. Are you ready to start? Let's jump right in and learn how to shine in your IELTS speaking test. Tip number 1. Understand the test format. All right, let's kick things off by getting to know exactly what the IELTS speaking test looks like. Think of it as a short, friendly chat with someone who wants to know how well you can speak English. It's like a face-to-face meeting with a teacher, and they're there to listen to you talk in English. Now, this test has 3 main parts. First up, we have what's called the introduction and interview. This is where the examiner will ask you some simple questions about yourself. Things like your hobbies, where you're from, or what you like to study. It's just like meeting a new friend and telling them about yourself. Next, we move on to what's called the long turn. Here, the examiner will give you a card with a topic written on it. You'll have a minute to think about what you want to say, and then you'll need to talk about this topic for about 2 minutes. It's your moment to dive deep into one subject. Finally, there's a discussion based around the topic from your long turn. The examiner will ask you some more questions related to that topic, giving you a chance to discuss your ideas in more depth. This part is a bit like a deeper conversation you might have with a friend about something you both find interesting. Understanding these 3 parts, introduction, long turn, and discussion, will help you know what to expect, and that's a big part of feeling ready and confident. The more you know about what's coming, the more you can prepare and show off your best English. For example, your topic card might say, describe a book you've recently read. You'll need to talk about this for about 2 minutes, then answer follow-up questions. Simple enough, right? But the trick is in the delivery. Tip number 2. Practice common topics. IELTS loves recurring themes, like hobbies, travel, technology, and education. So, a great strategy is to prepare ideas and vocabulary for these common topics. Let's try one together. Let's imagine you pick a topic card, and it's about technology, something we all use every day. It's a great chance to show off your English skills by talking about something familiar. Here's an easy way to organize your thoughts when you talk about any technology. First, explain what it is. Just describe the technology in simple terms. For instance, if you're talking about smartphones, you might start by saying, a smartphone is a mobile device that combines a cell phone with a handheld computer. Next, talk about how you use it. This is where you get personal. Tell the examiner how you use the technology in your daily life. You could say, I use my smartphone to do everything from making calls and sending texts to browsing the internet and watching videos. Then, discuss why it's important. Here, think about the bigger picture. How does the technology affect you and others? You might say, smartphones are important because they help people stay connected with the world and access information instantly. Finally, explain how it has changed your life. Reflect on the differences it has made personally. You could finish by saying, smartphones have changed my life by making it easy to stay in touch with my family and friends all over the world, no matter where I am. For example, you could say something like, smartphones have revolutionized communication They allow us to keep in touch with friends and family everywhere without needing a computer or being in our homes. So when you're preparing, think about how you'd explain this technology to someone who's never heard of it before. Keep it simple and personal. That way, you'll sound more natural and confident during your test. Tip number 3. Use advanced vocabulary. Okay, let's talk about choosing better words when you speak. It's not about using fancy words all the time. It's about picking the right ones that really fit your message. For example, instead of saying very big, you could say enormous. This small change can make your English sound much more precise. These tweaks help boost your vocabulary score. Let's practice. Instead of, I read a lot of books, try saying, I'm an avid reader. It's just a bit sharper and shows off your language skills. This approach isn't about big words, it's about the right words. Keep this in mind as you prepare, and you'll see your confidence grow. Tip number 4. Master the art of paraphrasing. Paraphrasing is a crucial skill for the IELTS speaking test, and it's pretty simple. It means expressing the same idea in a different way. This skill is especially handy if you didn't quite catch a question or want to show off your language flexibility. If you're unsure about a question, it's perfectly fine to ask the examiner to repeat it. Another strategy is to rephrase part of the question in your answer, which helps confirm your understanding and gives you a moment to think. For instance, if asked, "What's your stance on artificial intelligence?" you could begin your answer with, "Regarding AI, I believe." This shows you understood the question and you're ready to answer thoughtfully. Paraphrasing can involve using synonyms, changing the sentence structure, or turning a statement into a question. Try this. If asked, "How do you handle stress?" you could respond with, "In managing stress, I find that blah blah." Try to practice this skill by rewording sentences from books or news articles. It's a great way to improve your flexibility with English and prepare for any speaking challenge. Keep in mind, paraphrasing isn't just for passing tests, it's a useful technique in everyday English conversations too. Tip number 5. Practice fluency and coherence. Fluency isn't about speed, it's about speaking smoothly and at a comfortable pace. More importantly, it's about connecting your ideas in a way that makes sense. A great way to improve this is by practicing speaking at home. Try recording yourself talking about something you're interested in. Then, play it back and listen for any long pauses or stumbling points. When you listen to your recording, note where you hesitate or get stuck. Focus on smoothing these areas out in your next practice session. Remember, it's not about perfecting your accent. Clarity is key. People need to understand you regardless of how you sound. Think of it as small steps towards big improvements. Each time you practice, you're looking to be a little clearer and more connected in your speech. Discuss your daily activities, share a story, or explain something you learned. Regular speaking makes it more natural over time. Keep at it. Fluency builds gradually. Just focus on being clear and concise, and you'll see your speaking skills grow. This shortened version retains the key points about practicing fluency and coherence, while streamlining the advice and reducing redundancies to make the message clearer and quicker for viewers. Tip number 6. Be yourself and stay calm. Remember, the examiners are people just like us. They're not robots. They're trained to be neutral, but truly value genuine answers. When you're asked about personal experiences, share real stories. This not only makes your answers more interesting and natural, but also helps you relax and speak more freely. Authentic stories allow you to speak confidently about things you really know and care about. And when it comes to nerves, try to see the examiner as a new friend you're chatting with. This can make the conversation feel less like a test and more like a casual talk, helping you stay calm. So, keep it real and stay cool. Being yourself is not just comfortable, it makes your English sound more natural and your demeanor more confident. This approach will not only impress your examiners, but also make the speaking test a more enjoyable experience for you. All right, Talky community, that wraps up our deep dive into the IELTS speaking section. I hope you found these tips helpful. Remember, the key to success is practice. Give these strategies a shot in your study sessions, and I'm sure you'll start to feel more confident and watch as your scores climb. And hey, don't just disappear after watching. Hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and smash that bell icon so you're always updated with our latest tips and tricks. Got any questions or want to share how these tips worked out for you? I'd love to hear from you. Drop your stories or questions in the comments below. Let's keep the conversation going. Keep practicing, keep improving, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching, and keep talking.